Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. This is the Sunday Dose. I switched screens, right? Me and Goalie were both looking down. Like you guys saw the tops of our heads. But yeah, welcome, guys. This is the Sunday Dose. 2014, December 21st. And just like everything else, with everybody else, we're just kind of doing the Christmas thing. You know, just kind of saying, you know, Merry Christmas, guys. We love you to death. Making sure everybody's clear. Yogi, I do need to check. I do need to know how loud everything is because things
Check 1 2 check.
Things get crazy when I start messing with my sound setting. So, but other than that, though, as always with me every week, yay. At Goalie Man for the win. What's up, dude? Welcome back.
How's it going, guys? How are you, Obi?
The goalie, the pro goalie.
Hopefully someday. Hopefully.
Oh no, we're just gonna give it to you now because you're semi-pro, so it's like you're pro.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing, except minus all the cool traveling to different countries and
money
and all that stuff. Yeah, and lots and lots of money.
Yeah, and the money thing is
and the mansions. Those are yeah. It'd be nice.
That kind of comes in with the money, though.
Yeah, it's all kind of the same thing. I mean, eventually it'll be better.
All right, I have to check. Something's happening here. Noise gate open threshold is too low. All right, so how's that? That should be a lot better. I don't know. I sometimes know how this works, and then sometimes I don't. So the thresholds are about 30 dB apart right now. What I'm talking in right now, actually.
Is that an Elgato? It looks like an Elgato, the microphone you're using.
Oh no, this is an Apex 415.
Ooh, geez, looks nice.
Yeah, it's a really nice mic, but I'm to that point where I'm like half stupid all the time.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
Nothing more to add on that.
I don't really. Oh, hello. Check one. Hear me right now. I'm very apologetic. All right. How about now? How's that? Yeah, because when you lower your voice, it doesn't pick you up. No, I'm trying to. I'm trying to get it to where there's not a bunch of background. Do that, so I'm just gonna turn it all the way up, and we'll just see how that works. Now if it is too loud, I'm sorry. But I got Goalie Man turned up all the way, so we should be relatively better. So, welcome to the Sunday Dose. I said again. This is, of course, episode 27. Yogi, 26.
27. Changed by the almighty mod. Thank you very much.
December 21st, 2014. But yes, this is a Sunday Dose. Now, you guys remember, we were 9 o'clock in the morning. And, it was going to be an EU show and have some EU guests and hosts and stuff. And it didn't work out too well. But now you guys can, just a little bit Sunday night, 9 o'clock. Usually, the fogies are going to bed because they got to go to work in the morning.
Old people.
But this is the chance, this is the reason for you guys to stay up now on Sunday nights, is to watch us at the Sunday Dose. Now, here in a few weeks, I do have some cool information for you guys and some news. In a few weeks, we're going to be having, hopefully, a new co-host. Well, actually, an old co-host, but new. Yeah, I'll let Yogi ponder that for a while. But yes, we're really excited for that person. I'm not even gonna say him or her at this point. That person that wants to come back and be a part of this. But again, yes, guys. What have you been doing last week, man? You've been busy as hell.
Oh God, I mean, I'm just the family and then hockey is just everything's just going nuts. I haven't even had time to stream at all. I'm just all over the place, man.
I know. I try to watch I try to watch out for your show. and be like, all right, goalie's on, goalie's on. No, he's not on. Where the hell is he?
I know, it's just crazy. Like, I had to like race home to make sure I was in time for the podcast today. I almost didn't make it. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was
Very,
getting
very, very
nervous.
stressful.
I was
Very
getting I was
stressful.
getting nervous. I was like, oh man,
I got your back, man. Hey,
here
I've
we
never
go
missed.
again.
If I'm gonna miss, I tell you like a lot in advance and be like, hey man, I know this. But if I said I'm gonna do it, I'm just gonna be there. No
Right.
excuses.
Well, I just want
Yeah. No,
ain't no thing,
I
man.
got your
Ain't no
back, man.
thing. Now
Yeah.
tonight on the
Shit
show,
happens.
is kind of it's kind of a free balling show. It's kind of a free balling session. So for anybody that is in chat, I know Yogi's there. Yogi, if you'd like to join us, we're just gonna kind of spitball and just kind of have some free balling sessions here. Now we do have a few pieces of news. Like I said before, I'm trying to get some news into the aspect of it. One, it kind of fills out time, and that time is generated to giving you guys some good information. Like, who knew that the developer of one of the first gaming consoles passed away? Nobody knew that through a couple days. Well, they knew it, but still, it was nice to hear. So,
Yeah. Hmm.
but
Paying him some homage.
news is wherever you want it. We try to stick with news that's kind of relevant to the Sunday dose, to PC gamers in general, of course. While we talk about with the Smite and Counter Strike and everything that me and myself and Goalie play, but we want sometimes we step out of the box and try to find something extra for you
Yeah.
guys.
Switch it up a little bit. Get a different view,
Mm.
get a different take, play different games. It's all fun. That's something I need to really do better about is playing different games, not being such a one-trick pony all the time.
Now there was another
Bad habit.
thing, near the end of the year. Okay, now we could have done this next week, I guess, but I wanted to do it this week. Some basically some of the best games this year, the top 10 must play games of 2014. Now, some of these games you guys wouldn't think are some of the top tens, but a few of these games won multiple awards at the
Hmm.
gaming award. What is it called? Gaming award 2000 or whatever, the awards for video games. Yeah. Now you guys know we talked about it on Horseplay Live on Thursdays that the Wii U has just been going crazy about the games that they're putting out and the quality that it is. Bayonetta 2 is one of the top games that you must play if you're playing on Wii U. If you're a PC gamer, along with any console, Shadow of Mordor, Middle Earth, came in number 2.
That's a definite must play though.
I am gonna
That's
get
just
that one.
that's just a really good game. I've never played it like most of the games on the list, but like I've seen it being played and it
Hmm.
just looks amazing. That's just a game that I want to
Well,
experience
it's
as well.
that world, even though it's like first person or it's one player, it's that world that you can immerse yourself in to where, this would be a perfect game to stream because then you got your viewers and everything else coming out and going, hey dude, you missed one, go back that way, and then kind of
Yeah.
helping you out because there is a lot to do on that game, and you got to hunt down the tribal leaders and the not the tribal leaders, but the leaders of the army and assassinate them. Basically. Have fun.
Mm.
Coming in number 3, Far Cry 4. Now, I watched the trailers to this. I watched some of it being streamed. Holy crap. It's just one of those games where you say, I really, really want it, but I really, really don't. You really, really want it for the appeal that it has and the upfront, but how much time are you going to spend on this game?
Oh yeah, it's like an addiction. Those types of games they just encompass your entire being and just hold you hostage. Those are my favorite games, unfortunately.
Right? Now, Mario took 2 spots. And I'm gonna say Mario and Luigi because it's they're brothers, so they got to share the rights. 50-50. But number 4 came in at Mario Kart 8.
Mm.
Now I know some people that have this game that bought it, that waited in line for it, they're like, oh my god, it's just awesome. But Mario Kart 7, 8, they're basically the same to me. That's just
I
me.
just played Mario Kart on the Wii. It was like a blast from the past just playing. I mean, my girlfriend's the Mario Kart master,
Hmm.
so I never beat her. She always whoops the crap out of me. I get my butt just pounded and it just hurts all
Well,
over, man.
yeah, that's what happens when you get stuck in it. But for, for me, I would just get my kid's like 3 years old, so I would just get him like one of the wheels for the Wii and just let him go to town.
Oh
And I'm
yeah.
really kind of scared. Stuck in it, yeah. I'm really kind of scared that he's gonna be really good at that game too, and I'm not gonna be able to play. Or I'm gonna be so bad that it's just gonna be bad.
Well, my problem, man, is like when I'm racing, I'm really greedy. Like I don't slow down. There's just this thing as a brake button or a let off the gas button. I will drift that corner until I fall off, and unfortunately, that's what happens. I fall off like 100% of the time. So
Coming in at number
yeah.
5, Mario Strikes Again, Super Smash Brothers. Now, this game, we've talked it up so many times. We've hit it probably for the last couple weeks. Guys, this is one, gotta play it. If you got a Wii U and even it's on other consoles, isn't it now? Or is it not?
I think yeah. I remember Smash Brothers for the GameCube. That's going back a little bit now though. But
Hmm.
I remember it was for GameCube and that's for Wii U. Yeah, that's awesome. Like I remember PlayStation also had it, I think, right?
Well, you got
PlayStation?
3DS. You got your 3DS,
Oh yeah, 3DS too.
and then the Wii U is what
Yep.
it's out on. So, grats to them. But Dark Souls 2 comes in at
That's
number
amazing.
6, which I was kind of happy about because I've been, there's a lot of games that Yogi's been, kind of saying, dude, you need to try this, you need to try this, and since you got a better computer, you need to try this, you need to try this, and okay, well, Dark Souls 2 is one of those games where he goes, dude, I think you'd like this game. And I
Dark
look,
Souls looks so good.
yeah, and
It
even
reminds
though,
me of reminds me of World of Warcraft, where it's kind of like that medieval kind of look to it, and it has that fighting style that like no other can handle, and it's just and that PvP, man, it looks like some intense PvP battles.
now
So
another game that I didn't think would make it because it's like a Kickstarter type game.
we were just talking about this game
Shovel
actually.
Knight, dude, really? Shovel
Yeah,
Knight. I mean, no,
we were
top
just
seven that you must play, guys. And this is not something, that this is the where we get all this from is Mashable.com, and it's just basically best games of 2014. So this is voted. I can't remember how many people voted exactly, but these are the games that people should play. And now I gotta go get it now. I gotta go get Shovel Knight now. I don't really
yeah.
don't want to, but I got to.
We were just talking about this game, like, oh man, this is such a game that was so good, but it was a Kickstarter, and
Yes.
they started from nothing, and then all of a sudden, it's in top 10 best games of 2014. That's insane.
Did you say DS2 was like freaking WoW? No, it's not.
Oh wait, did somebody
BFT
hush
called you
myself?
out.
Yeah, I was just going back to read it. Damn, man, you got me. No, I'm saying like the PvP and the interaction. It just feels like a game that I would like to play, and WoW is the only game that I really fully on
Oh,
enjoy.
so
That's like
you're
that.
like the full out MMO.
Yes, yeah, pretty much like
Okay.
the whole.
Yeah, I was like that once.
You like that once? Hey,
Once.
once, yeah. I'll grow out of it
It was
eventually.
about 8 years of my life.
I'll grow out of it eventually. I'll be more of a
Ah,
gamer.
I doubt it, man. And at number 8, of course, everybody's favorite card game, Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. Now I have to say it, and I'm gonna probably thank two people for this. One being my wife, baby, I love you if you're watching. Um, Thank you for playing Hearthstone every second of every moment that we're sitting together and kind of showing me. Yeah, she'll sit there, we're out smoking a cigarette, just conversating, and she'll start a Hearthstone game.
Yogi.
And then the other person, yes, is Yogi. Just because, I mean, Yeah, I've got to start playing it again, and of course I'm going to be streaming.
Hmm.
That's some news for later. But
Yes.
so I mean, I got to find other games to fill some time and maybe even do a couple hours worth. So, um, yeah, Hearthstone, got to play it. Have you play Hearthstone, goalie?
I do. I'm not very good.
Well, I'm not
Kind
either,
of
but
just.
we still need to get on there.
Yeah, we got.
I'm trying to see if we can get a client or something to do with so we can actually put on a tournament. So like we would go into a viewable game per se. You know what I mean? And then when the games that are being streamed or put on for the tournament, we're actually watching those games and actually maybe we get a couple commentators in and they
Hmm.
commentate for the games and yeah, that's what I want to do. And they have a Hearthstone tournament for Geeky Antics.
Oh, geez, I didn't know that.
That's what we should do.
I think we should. We should do a. We should also do a WoW or arena tournament.
Yes, we can go. We can do that. We can record some, and it's not to steal anything from anybody. But if anybody has ever watched Swifty's Master of the Arenas videos, it'd
Yes.
be something like that. But we want to put something on saying, "Hey guys, um, you know, honor is at stake," or whatever you want to do. Start
Yeah.
one, see how many people does it, and then maybe the following one, maybe near more BlizzCon next year, right
Hmm.
before BlizzCon, we try to get Blizzard's approval and do an official pre-tournament to BlizzCon or something, and we get to host it or we get to stream it. That'd be badass,
That'd be pretty
from
cool.
Geeky Antics. So I got a lot of good things, hopefully, for WoW in the makings. For myself included, and as well as Geeky Antics and anybody that wants to come along with me. So,
Sounds like a plan.
coming at number 9, you guys know him. He is the badass skateboarder from on high, Sunset Overdrive. Have you played that yet?
I've not, man. To be honest, I haven't played any of the games except for Hearthstone on this entire list, and I feel like shit. Ugh. I I've not lived.
Oh, okay. Coming in at number 10. Number 10, which I think it should have been higher up there. That's just me. Was Dragon's Age Inquisition.
I saw a lot of good trailers for this game.
This game, I see a trailer every time I watch somebody stream on the Kindle, no matter whose it is. This is this commercial that comes up all the time.
Yep.
Um, Another game that I would like to play. Now, a question to the chat, and even those that are listening to the podcast. Um, send us some feedback. What games do you think were good enough to make this top 10 list that were not here? Question again was, what games were not on the list that should have been, or that you think should have been? Goalie, do you have any?
I already typed in the chat. That was mine.
Well, I
What?
really think WoW didn't get it, and I'm gonna say why. I know where WoW's at, and I know where they're at in the countdown. But because of the release,
Yeah, it was brutal. It
um,
really was. It was
with
bad.
with Blizzard releasing a a game like that, um, it's just for one, it's an embarrassment really for Blizzard. I mean, they released it. They gotta know that something's gonna happen like this, especially if you put the quest givers and all that in the stagnant position. Come on, man.
You'd think they'd learn.
Yeah,
Like my
go.
follower sound on my
That's one
on
of
my
mine.
Twitch channel is what's his name, Francis from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He's describing what's going on in the launch. He's like, everybody's like phased into this one area and you can't move, you can't like go anywhere. So what happens is you pretty much everybody lays down a train or gets on these huge mounts and trolls everybody. So it's like the guy like Francis goes and says, laying down
Mm-hmm.
a train. Woo, woo. So that's actually my follower sound. I adopted it.
That's a good
It's a
one.
true story. True story. I thought it was funny. I thought like I could not stop laughing. I'll see if I can. I don't know if I'm allowed to, but if I can post that link of the video so everybody can laugh at it too. If you play WoW, probably don't. It's fine.
I
You're
think
missing
you're a
out.
mod, so you can link.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you were talking about too with Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare. Should have been
Yes,
on there. I
I
do
thought
think
so.
so. Once when the initial come out, but since the release of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I don't feel like they haven't really brought anything new to the game yet. I mean, I think there's some stuff with like some different PvP aspects and like different maps of what you can do. I think they got a new map pack out maybe.
Yes.
But it's just to the point where are you gonna do some, maybe some visual aspects
Hmm.
to where
Like I
you can
noticed.
like get like you start out with like black armor, right? Or like
Yeah.
a grayish dark armor. Because
Well, I noticed that the graphics aren't really. I mean, I played on the Xbox 360, so that's probably why it's not as good. But
yeah,
like the symbols and the emblems and the different little tiles, everything just seems so mushed. It looks like just so like unrendered. So it just
hmm
looks all over the place, and it's just. But certain parts of the game look really good, but then there are little details that look like like just poopy.
you can say shit
And
here.
shit, all right, yeah, it just look like shit, man. So bad. And then like you go in the gameplay, and it looks really beautiful. And then you look at the little like the emblem on his chest when you're wearing a certain piece of gear, and it's like fuzzy. It looks like some like Mario, Super Mario, when it first came out.
hmm
It's like the what the 8-bit or whatever it's called. I don't know. I forget.
No, I think they were 4.
Yeah,
Mario was
they're
4-bit,
like
whatever,
yeah,
or two
but they
bit.
look like that block style where it's like
Yeah.
we didn't really try too hard. So
Another game that I was thinking that was on it. BFT said too that um, let's see, Wolfenstein, Blue
mm,
Monday was a really good game, um, and Blaze Blue Chronoplasm was a really awesome fighting game. Can't understand really why other games like that beat it out.
I don't know.
Some more games that I thought that not necessarily top 10, but games that you guys should probably play just because they're really good games. Um, well, some of them now, and hear me out when I say the first couple because you kind of have to like the game first. When it first came out, Destiny was just on the ball. I mean, they were moving towards the biggest launch of the year. They were going towards, bam, they were just having numbers. Well, then they stopped giving content. That's why
Yeah,
you lose your numbers. You stop giving content. And you got to give content fast. You got to do it. Like, have it
yeah,
ready to go. But they didn't
yeah.
have nothing ready to go.
People like new. They want to see new things. They want new
Mm-hmm.
experiences. They want new portions and parts. So if you can, throw some DLC in there, people will buy it. Then they want because they always want to keep it fresh. You're not going to play the same
Oh,
game over and over and over for 10
my bad.
years unless. What's up?
Go ahead. I was
Oh,
telling Yogi, sorry.
uh, it's just like people don't want to play the same thing over and over and over with the same feel, the same look. You experience the same things over and over and over, and then
Mm-hmm.
you just expect it. But if you can switch it up and change it and make it fresh again, that's when people will continue to play your games, and that's why
Well,
franchises are started.
Destiny, it's not even. I mean, Destiny, it basically has a one-track story. I mean, there's nothing to branch off of.
Mm,
Yeah, you got
that's true.
PvP, but so does Call of Duty.
Exactly.
I mean, uh, yeah, but anyway, Mario was an 8-bit unless you're talking about Donkey Kong. Uh,
Look,
uh,
man, that stuff looks like Donkey Kong. I'll tell you,
and it wasn't. It was
so bad.
Wolfenstein: A New Order, the new one that just came out, and I'm
Yes.
looking at it right here too. So, another one was another game that should have been, and we're kind of going into the top 20 now, for me at least. But Assassin's Creed, if you guys like Assassin's Creed, that's always it was really really good.
Was it?
Another game that started out really high and fell off like it fell off a cliff was Titanfall. Um,
Oh God, yeah.
I really was having high hopes for them. I really did, and I'm not. I just did. I thought they were gonna do really well because it was a fighting game and it was it was something new where you could fight so much and then yet like one of your upgrades was like a fucking huge mech where you could just
Oh
blow
yeah.
shit up. It'd be awesome. But it just the damage was unproportionate, and it just
Yeah, it's just I thought that's one thing that Call of Duty really did really well with was the balancing of all the guns.
Mm.
Everything just seemed right on par. Of course, for that EM1 gun that shoots the laser, that thing hits like a wet noodle. I'm not even kidding. You
Yeah.
think that shooting a laser through somebody would kill them, but faster than bullets? But nah, it slowly singes their clothes. Doesn't even break skin, man. I'm telling you.
And of course, for you Xbox enthusiasts and elitists, of course, you guys had the Master Chief Collection come out this year for
That's
the Halo. And another game that I thought was a little underrated because it's like a driving game and you're racing and stuff like that was The Crew.
I saw that.
I
That
really
actually looked
thought that
really
was
good.
really underrated because people just didn't give it a chance.
Mm,
It's basically kind of like Payday 2 and you're doing jobs and stuff, but you got cars.
yeah.
So it's like so you're doing some cool shit, and then then you got to get away from the cops, so you got to get away from this, or you got to drive to this as fast as possible. And if you don't like
I think
driving games, it's not the game for you.
yeah. I think Forza definitely spoiled the racing game
Hmm.
market. Seeing as though when you get a new Xbox now, they give you like a free copy of it. It's just it's just so overused
Hmm.
and it just I think people give racing games a bad rap because it's too two-dimensional, but then they don't understand the depth of the game because they don't try it. Like, oh, I don't like race cars. I'm not a, I don't know, whatever. But then they don't give it a shot, so then you can't rate it or have a fun time. You can't even experience it because nobody really, again, nobody tries it.
Right. Well, the last two that I have that I've been looking at, because I've looked at a whole bunch of games over the last this year. I mean, there's been so many releases this year; it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. But another one that is more of a I don't want to know how to say, but it's Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2 that came
Hmm.
out this year. I didn't think it was going to go very far because Castlevania, that's old school. I mean, that's
Mm.
going back into 8-bit, you know way back in the day. But dude, the game looks great.
Really?
The blah 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 blah. The graphics in it is just it's really nice. It's got out of 15 stars, 5 per for Steam. It was great. GameStop was everybody. The GameTrailers.com gave it 4.5 stars. So I mean, just uh, great game all around, but it just didn't sell.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you talking about the Lords of Shadow
Hmm.
version?
Lords of
Yeah.
Shadow 2.
Okay.
So.
I'm actually looking it up right now.
And then of course the last one was just like everybody's favorite Mario brother. You got Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong made a comeback this year, and I don't know if anybody else played it. My cousin has it, and I was playing it with him, and it was really cool. I mean, it was stupid. Maybe that, yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
it was recent?
Donkey,
Oh, Donkey Kong Country
the
Tropical Freeze.
the tropical freeze for Wii U.
Oh wow. Yeah, I just found it. That's pretty cool. I didn't even know that came out. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
And I'm
Donkey
on a
Kong.
gaming
It's
podcast.
like it's like
Who does the hiring around here?
Yogi does. I have to fire both of you. Um, but no, it's kind of like Donkey Kong and his kids, and then they're like, of course, you got the tropical, the jungle, and all that, and
Mm.
then you got some. You just play the game. It's really cool.
I
It's
will.
really great for kids, too. So something that
Yeah.
you guys can set up and look forward to. Goalie, did you have any on there that wasn't on there?
Seeing as though I only play like a handful of games, I think NHL 2K14 should have been on there, but that's my opinion. I thought it was a really good game. I feel like sports games.
Are you actually in it?
Uh,
Like on a
I'm not
lower
in it
league?
now. No, it only
You
counts
seriously need
the
to get in that single A or that
well,
division.
yeah, they don't have it. They do all the Russian elite and the Swedish elite leagues, and they do two of the four Canadian junior leagues, but none of the single A or double A leagues. Stinks.
So like the Griffins is not even in there
I don't think the Griffins are on there.
because they're
No.
right under the wings. So they'd be
Yeah, I
like
don't.
the
I don't think they are, because I mean, because it's not. I mean, that's a single A team, right? The Griffins. They're not the AHL, right?
no, they're well no, it's what is it? It's the NHL and then the AHL.
AHL and then
Yeah,
ECHL
they're
slash
they they're AHL. They're the direct. They're
Yeah,
directly underneath the Detroit Red Wings,
right. So yeah,
but
like
in
my
Grand
league and one
Rapids.
other league were not included in it. The SPHL Premier and the CHL were not included.
So
So
all I got to do is go get on
stinks,
the
man.
Griffin, go get a.
Yeah, just gotta go one step higher, and I would have been on it, man. It's rough life.
I would buy that game if you were in it, dude. Seriously,
Really,
I would.
man?
I would just to play you, just to play as you and give up like 30 goals.
30 goals. You have like a 50 goals against average. Just pull me,
This
man. Just
goalie
pull
guy
the
ain't good. What the hell?
wood.
Well, you
My
kind of
rating
dive
would.
the wrong way every time.
Yeah, right. You know, I noticed that when I was trying to play the goalie aspect of the game in
Mhm.
2014, and people like it's actually difficult to play the goalie version. Like you can singly like do a career, and you can be like a forward, you can be a center, you can be a wingman, you can be defenseman, or you could be a goalie. So I'd like, oh, I'm totally gonna be the goalie, piece of cake. But it's like you move your little analog stick just a little too much, and he flies out of the net and goes like in the corner. It's a struggle, but it's
Struggles are
something to get
real.
used to. It just needs a little bit of tweaking so that it's not like you don't just get completely out of the net if you move your stick too much. They should have like a sensitivity option to it. Yogi says, "I would but that game just to play. Oh, I would buy that game just to play with you." 2014.
Hey Yogi,
Oh
you
yeah.
should make a guy, and you could make it on a different team, and then when you play me and play again, I'll put goalie in, and then I'll just keep pulling him out of the goals. So you score goals on him yourself. So I got like 3 hat tricks on you in one game, fool.
Yeah.
You
Come
know
at me IRL, bro.
I
The
will.
struggle is real. It's a struggle bus, man.
I got a hell of a slap shot.
You do? Oh
Mm.
yeah, you're a Michigan native. You must play some hacky.
Some hacky.
Some hacky.
Actually, I don't. I
Play some
can't skate.
hacky. You can't skate? Oh, that's easy to learn. Skating is the easiest part. Said nobody.
Said somebody that plays a position to where you have to be the one of the best skaters on the team.
Yeah,
You.
exactly.
Yeah.
I
I was
learned when I
like,
was
I
like
was telling
three,
I
so
was telling my wife at one point, I was like, I'm just gonna play goalie, dude. I can skate a goalie. He goes, goalies have to be the best skaters on the
yeah, we
team.
have.
I'm like, wait, what?
Oh
All you have to
yeah,
do is stand
everybody
there.
everybody thinks that like, oh, you just stand there, you just sit in front of the net and you just stop the pucks. No, you have to
Yeah.
have very very good edge control. Your balance has to be supreme to everybody else. It's just there's a lot more that people don't understand. Your technique has to be perfect. At least that's how I play. I play with a very technical game style, gameplay.
You throw
Throw that
balls.
ball at me. I'm coming. Come on.
You
Ugh,
throw. Do you throw
come
balls?
at me.
Do you throw balls against the wall, and
Oh
catch them
yeah.
and pat them, and for
Oh yeah.
hand-eye coordination?
Juggle, all that stuff. And draw all the goalies for power plays. That's my hockey strategy. I guess that would work, man. I mean, eventually you're gonna run out of backups. I mean, you can only carry two. You have to call up the midget league. So, but yeah, man, it's not many people know that about goalies. It's a lot harder than it looks.
It
Forwards, all
is.
you got to do is have really good cardio. I mean, but then again, their job's pretty hard too. So I can't really complain about either side of the ball or the puck, rather.
I was gonna say because I'm like Datsuk, he works, buddy.
Yeah, Datsuk
I
has
mean,
unreal hands. He's just like in another league.
well, he's Russian. Think about it. Russia's in a different league
Yeah.
than the
Says
U.S.
yeah, Yogi says I skate like I think this is shit. Even had some nice K2s with back three. Nope. Give me a hoverboard instead. They need
Yeah,
to
if
bring
they
back
existed, yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, right. So they need to bring back Mutant League, where Murder and Mayhem is just the first play. I've never played that game, man, but it sounds pretty cool. Mutant League. I actually have to Google this. I'm literally gonna learn so many things about gaming just from being on this show.
Oh.
Oh, Mutant League Hockey. They did that. What? Oh, jeez. The 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 more you know.
Yeah, but you lose teeth.
Yeah, Fords used lose teeth. I don't. I'm good. I don't want to lose teeth. I have a pretty face. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like
You
that.
wear a full mask.
Oh yeah.
I
I
forgot. You're the pussy on the team. My
right.
bad.
Giant one of these, man.
Giant bat.
Giant vagina.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. Let's
Now
move
there's
on.
yeah, there's been some talks lately. Of course, you guys know the movie The Interview
Yes.
was going to be released December 25th on Christmas Day. Well, North Korea had some problems with that.
Understandably so. I mean, if somebody said, "Oh, let's make a movie where we kill Obama," I think we'd have a problem. Just saying, makes sense. But I was actually a big fan of the movie. I wanted to watch it, and then it went away. So I
Now,
guess
I have a question to everybody. I'll let you go with this in a minute, goalie. But my question for everybody, and I want everybody to think about it before you answer. Now, are any of these hacker groups, and you guys know what I'm talking about when we say hacker groups, are any of these hacker groups based in the United States?
I think it is. I think there are a bunch of them
I mean, like
because
you guys know what I'm talking about, like the hacker groups that actually can do something,
oh yeah.
basically.
Well, I googled it because I was actually very interested in the whole hacking and how it's done. So I actually did some research. I might have joined a community or two, whatever, man. I don't want to talk about it. Uh, hey, I'm interested in that kind of stuff. I don't know. I'm a weird person. I'm a geek, nerd, whatever.
I'm gonna watch for your IP address now.
Yeah, you need to watch out. I might have to delete you might have to delete me off Skype. um,
Great.
but no kidding. But I learned that there are actually a lot of US people that are involved in serious crimes like that. And it's not just, you know, foreign countries that are doing it to us. It's we're doing it to ourselves and to everybody else. There are actually pretty large communities for this kind of stuff. And it's scary to think how many people have this kind of knowledge and this power over the internet and your computer, needless to say.
Right. Well, and the reason I asked that, okay, um, because now if North Korea, okay, and that's where it came from. Okay, they got their best geeks online and said hack these fuckers and say we're gonna do it again if you let this movie out.
Right.
Okay, so let's get our hacker groups together and let's beat the living shit out of them.
Yeah, like hacker groups unite and just
I mean, but then you have to think about what's going to happen when this happens. It's not going to be a war to where we're going to go over and we're going to shoot them on both one of each side. It's going to be a war to where if you get online anywhere in the world, your shit's going to get blown up.
right. And I think that's I don't know what both of them are pretty bad. You know, you don't want to start a cyber war with another country, but you also don't want to start a real war with another country. So, I don't know. That's definitely a difficult question to ask.
And
But
that's one thing too. BFT said it. Why would they do it in the U.S.? Our internet sucks compared to other countries. I wish we had better internet here.
yeah.
We can do it. We have the capability.
Oh God, yeah.
It's the money running the lines.
Right. I just watched a YouTube video that said that we can like they were discussing warp drives and actually hitting the speed of light past and like moving towards a certain different galaxy and trying to go and explore it, and the guy was like, we have the capability now to move 10 times faster than the speed of light. Oh, when the hell did that happen? But we have all these different techniques and
Yesterday.
utilities. Yeah, pretty much we have all these different utilities and these new knowledges that come out, and then like where does it go? Just poof. How about that guy that developed the car that ran on water? Remember the physicist, physics
Oh, you
professor
mean
that?
the guy that magically died?
Right, that guy. No, actually, he sold his patent for like millions.
Guess who bought that patent?
Ford. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's Ford, right?
No, oil companies did.
Oh, they did. I thought it was Ford. I thought they bought out
Oil
his
companies
patent for
bought
the.
that. Oil companies bought that shit
Right.
so they wouldn't come up with it. So then the oil
Right.
companies wouldn't lose money.
Exactly.
Why do you
And
think the oil? What's your gas price, dude, right now?
right now for well I run a Jetta TDI. So right now I think
What's it
it's
a gallon?
how much is it a gallon right now? Like what? 320.
You know how
320.
much it is here?
How much is it?
$1.98.
$1.98? Babe, it's $1.98 in Michigan. we're moving. Wait, for diesel
No,
or for
for
unleaded?
unleaded regular.
Unleaded, I think it's 260 maybe.
Diesel is 244.
Holy shit, man!
Yes, guys, gas prices are going down all over the United States.
Do you want to know why? It's because Russia's
Uh,
economy is crapped.
except for Rhode Island.
Yeah, Rhode Island's.
They're staying high. Ash Goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's no fun.
but yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the what actually happened.
Yes, I actually have an entire timeline.
Go ahead.
So pretty much, they announced the film, and North Korea was like, "No, man, I don't want that. That's not cool." So they decided to move on with the movie and actually shoot it. Seth Rogen is quoted as being on Twitter saying, "People don't usually want to kill me for one of my movies until after they'd paid $12 for it." Get it? Because he's known for having. Well, I mean, he's a pretty good movie.
I like
He
every
has
one of
some
his movies.
Yeah, he has some pretty good movies. So I mean, I can't really
He's
say that.
he's an actor that I would call he's a stupid funny actor.
Right.
He does shit that's so stupid that it's funnier than
Right.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, apparently there was a scene in the movie that showed Kim Jong Un's face melting off in the way, and so I mean that they agreed to remove that part out of the movie, but like there was just a lot of things that were very like I don't want to say politically incorrect because come on guys, take a joke. Like everybody pokes fun at us and go like, "Oh, big fat," and I ever see that meme picture where it's like the big guy on the big lady on the motor scooter with the machine gun and the coke and the fries and the like
Hmm.
the flag and yeah, they poke fun at us. Why can't we poke fun at everybody else? Everybody gets butt hurt. Relax. So then, Sony apparently got hacked by a group called the Guardians of Peace, and they stole lots of emails and the infrastructure. They used the infrastructure of Sony's PlayStation Network to spread it, uh, and they pretty much just went all ham on getting all of the emails and the data. North Korea does deny having any involvement, but I mean, kind of, yeah.
Really?
I don't know. It's kind of obvious. But says North Korea says Sony's cyber attack might be maybe righteous work of its supporters, but denies any direct responsibility. That's like patting on the back and be like, we didn't have any problem, we didn't do it, and then being like, ha ha ha. So, I don't know. It's just they're just trying to terrorize the American people into submission, and we submissed. We were very submissive about it, and that's why I was kind of like I was all for the movie coming out. I really wanted to see it, and showed my support and be like, "Heck with you, world."
Well,
But
that's the thing, dude. It's a movie.
no, I
It's
think what happened is nobody wanted to be responsible if the attack did happen. You see how many like movie companies pulled it right off. They're like, we don't like. I kind of felt like their reasoning was, we don't want to be responsible if we show the movie and something does happen. Because I think everybody wanted to see the movie. It was like so talked about. It was announced everywhere. Ad campaigns were going viral. It was awesome. And then it kind of just fell off the earth because they just didn't want to show it, you know? And then I don't know. And then, but apparently instead of showing the interview, they're going to show Team America World Police, which they hope will bait Kim Jong Il. Well, isn't it Un? Isn't it Un now? Why they? It's a typo in the article that I have. But I don't know. It's just it's complicated. It's a lot of you know do this and don't do that, and trying to be correct with everything. And I don't know. I just grab a backbone. Come on. Don't be so butthurt over everything. It's just a joke. It's out of good fun. It's entertainment for a reason. So just relax, everybody. Just calm the hell down. Do you agree, Obi?
I do. I was looking at some of the stuff that some of the actors are in it are fairly pissed.
I would be. That's a
Um,
lot of revenue. That's a lot of money you just lost.
like Julia Robert or Annalena Jolie
Yes.
and Amy Pascal were two of them that were in the movie, and they're so mad. I mean, that's millions
Well,
of dollars that you lose,
yeah.
especially an actor and actress like Anna Jolie and Seth Rogen
Yeah.
and these are like mainstream actors.
Oh God,
So
yeah.
this is like the $1 million actor part.
Yeah.
You know,
Another thing that happened between Amy Pascal and Angelina Jolie was the emails that were confiscated by the Guardians of Peace, the hacker
we're
group.
from them.
Right, and they were between. It was between Amy Pascal and another director, saying that kind of like disputing a feud between Angelina Jolie's princess kind of attitude and personality, and she was like, "I don't want to work with her," and it kind of set a fire under all the executives in Sony, and it kind of just made more drama. It was just there was a lot of drama going around because of the emails that were sent. I mean, things will be said that need to be said, and some things don't need to be shown to everybody, you know. But that's what cyber terrorism is. It's to inflame things and make it a lot worse than it actually
And
is.
the funny thing is December 9th when they released the Guardians of Peace issued message. This is stop immediately showing the movie of terrorism, which can break the regional peace and cause war. No, what you're doing it by hacking people, that's going to cause war.
That's a war, right?
Okay? The United States does just like what everybody else does. I'm not dogging any other country.
Mm.
All right? I'm from the United States and I'm damn proud of it. If you're from Europe, you're from Germany, you're from Russia, you're from North Korea. The last one, I don't even want to talk about you, but who cares? You're from the different part of the world. We're all gamers, guys.
Exactly. That's
First
why
of
we
all,
do this. We're a community.
now
Let's all hug it out.
the movie aspect of it, guys. I mean, that's Hollywood. They're gonna do what they want to. The Sony, I mean, it's kind of funny. Sony's a isn't Sony Productions? Isn't that a Oriental owned company?
I'm not too sure.
Isn't Sony from China?
I'll look it up right now. Sony. Let's see. I thought it was I know it's not American, but let's see. Headquarters in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah. So I mean, why are you blaming the United States?
Anyway.
Why are you blaming the United States? This is Sony talking now. Whoever, I mean,
Oh,
you hacked your own shit.
Good job, guys. Hey. Entertainment Pictures is US based. Oh. Oh, so the that makes sense. And plus the actors in the movie were US based,
Well, yeah, they're
unfortunately.
all U.S. I mean, that's Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
saying, I mean, when it comes down to it, where the money comes from, ultimately, it's coming from Tokyo, and you just, like I said, you just hacked your own shit. How's Japan feel about that right now?
I mean that they lost a lot of money. I was going through their total assets and net worth, and
Like $42
it's
million, dude.
yeah, but it's down 128 billion net income. It's down so much.
Because what happens on the first week? On the first week of release all over the world,
Right.
you earn half of what you're gonna make.
Right. And I
Literally. I mean,
guess that's
that's
actually that stat right there, though, the first weekend of a movie that's out is usually what makes or breaks a film. If you don't get good reviews and you don't get a lot of box office sales
mhm,
in that 1 week, it's shot. You can just kiss the movie goodbye. But if
mhm.
it does really well, then it has a future. It can go on for a couple more weeks and continue. We go to DVD and we can start talking different things. But it didn't even get a chance to go off the get off the reel. It didn't
Yeah,
even get a chance to go into theaters or anything.
I
So
which is really, I mean, I don't know. I really want to watch it, but now it won't be released. But December 18th. Now this is just a couple of days ago. FBI announces that it is set to connect North Korea to the Sony hack. Them some bitches did it.
yep.
It's not. It wasn't. It's not. It's not like you got to have a freaking team of scientists or freaking rocket scientists to figure this shit out. You know they
Yeah.
did it. They said stop doing it, or we're gonna do this. Why wouldn't
They
you
were
say it's them?
yeah, like the Koreans were like, "Oh, we didn't have anything to do with it, but we applaud whoever did, and they might be supporting us." Haha.
Sony also
It's like,
cancels all DVD and VOD releases of the film, as well as theatrical. Every release in the world done,
yep,
gone.
it's gone.
Obama calls for calm amid fresh threats of terrorism. No offense to, and I'm gonna rant for a second, guys, and don't call me a United States hater or Obama hater, but this is gonna sound like it.
Obama hater.
Um,
Obama
but
hater.
really, Obama needs to keep his nose out of this. I'm serious. Just say okay and leave it alone, because what he's gonna do, he's gonna sit there and talk like this. So you come on, guys. We all need to be friends. No, you need to just shut your ass up, sit down in the corner somewhere, or go play on the White House lawn with your kids, maybe for a change, and leave this shit alone, because he's gonna make it worse.
I don't know. It's the U.S. has a
And
lot of
I'm not
awful.
dogging the president. I'm not doing that.
No,
That's not my
no.
goal. But he's gonna make it worse.
Hey, I'm Canadian. We're all good. Hey, want to sit down and go out for a rip? Cause I'm down, man.
But I mean,
But
that's just, it's okay. Now, if they would have come at him a different way and said, "Hey, we got to talk about this," but nothing's being said that North Korea came to Sony and said, "Hey, you need to change some of this."
right,
Because then if that was that, then it's the Sony's problem.
right,
But now
and
it's like all of North Korea. Sorry, I'll let you say something. But it's like all of North Korea saying that the United States are just a bunch of scumbags, and we didn't
right.
even do nothing about it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's difficult, talking politics and trying to get both sides of the ball and trying to understand why people do things. It's just I don't know. I've kind of just given up on trying to understand people because you're never going to fully grasp their experiences and kind of just change their views. People usually are creatures of habit,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't like some things, things will change, unfortunately. So we
Go
just have to
ahead.
just deal with it. Just deal with it.
Right.
And try to tell them not to be so butthurt about jokes.
Well, that's just how they are. Yogi also
That's
said
how
the
everybody
the only
is.
thing saving Sony's ass right now, saving their consumer electronic division, is the console.
It's true. That PS4 and man, I remember I still have a PS2. Talk about old.
My tech guy, I just saw his Pong set last night.
Did you really? That's
Ni-
funny. I still, dude. I have a I
1974.
wow. I have a Sega Genesis that has the original Sonic on it.
I have Atari
Oh God. I don't know how old Genesis is.
that
Was it
has
an
the
80s?
original
80s?
Asteroids on it. 1986, bitch.
Wow. I
Booyah!
think. All right. Hey, I'm 20. Okay. Relax.
Wow, a couple years I'd be
Man.
old enough to be your dad.
Oh jeez. My dad's what 44?
I'm
Is
close.
that you're close? Are you younger or older?
Younger, but I'm
Younger.
close. All right, let's just leave it at that.
Let's not talk about that anymore.
We got a few more things of news, and then we're gonna get right into some WoW talk. Um, what do we got?
Let's see. We got the Lord of the Rings movie. I just watched that yesterday. It was actually pretty good. A few things that I did not enjoy. I'll go for the bad first, and we'll go for the good. The bad. Things that should have been developed longer, like parts of the storyline, like in the end. I don't know if this will be a spoiler. Has everybody watched the movie, or should I throw out some spoilers? Should I do that? What do you think, Obi?
That's on you.
All right. Whoever does not want spoilers, mute me. All right. So after like fucking Thorin and everybody, sorry for the language, but ever after they pretty much take the mountain and all that stuff, they find the Arkenstone, they kill Smaug. That's all great and dandy. The Smaug part could have taken longer to kill him because he pretty much all he did was just like breathe fire on the little town, little on the lake, and then the black arrow hit him. And that was the end of that. All of a sudden, all was great again, and they're like, "Oh no, the orcs are gonna go take all the gold because from the dwarven city because Smaug's not there anymore." Okay, that's a great story
All
tie
right,
for the
let's talk about this movie after the new year. because I have a
Ah,
feeling that some people are gonna watch this before the end of the year,
and they're gonna kill me.
and they're gonna whoop your ass.
They're gonna
And
whoop my ass, man.
um, I was just
Sorry,
thinking about
everybody.
that because I was like, man, I kind of want to go watch this movie now. But you're,
Yeah.
and, so, but what do you guys think? Do you guys have if you guys have seen it? If you guys haven't seen it, what do you guys think it's gonna be? Um,
BFT says, "You want more story? They made 3 movies from one book. Yeah, but like they stretched that one book just a little too thin, I think. I mean, I love Lord of the Rings. I'm a fanboy. I love it to the end of my like being. Certain things should have been told, like the story should have been enriched just a little bit more. I'm also coming from a critic side. Like I'm trying to be as judgmental as I can and trying to give you the honest truth about it. But you guys will watch it,
damn
and you can report
critics,
back to me and tell me how you thought.
damn critics.
Yeah, but even so, they stretch out the wrong parts at times. Exactly, that's how it felt. Like certain storylines should have been expanded, and then like the certain ones they did expand on should have been like 5-minute segments. So, but you know what? That's fine. You guys enjoy the movie and come talk to me about it, and we'll discuss it more. We'll figure it out. We'll complain at them and tell them shake our fingers. And also, the next point. Would you like to bring it in there, Obi? We have one more point, Obi. Read it before you say it.
I read it as soon as you
Oh,
wrote it.
you did. I saw you smiling when we were starting the podcast.
Goalie man wants to talk about something that he holds very dear to his heart. He wants to talk
Man,
about masturbation. Is it a
since we're talking
blessing
about
or a
Jill,
curse?
best ways to go about doing so. What are they? And is it best
No,
done
we're not.
alone,
We're not doing this
friends?
with friends. Are you serious?
Oh man.
Oh my
BFT
god.
says saw it. It was great. Watched it in 3D with the high frame rate. The frame rate was like watching a video game at times.
What? Him
Yeah, like
masturbate?
yeah, right. No,
It's 3D. I'm
like
going.
I was gonna go see it at the IMAX theater near my house, but we figured, the movie theater had it at 7 o'clock, and the other time was at like 10. I had to leave, so we just went to the one close. It wasn't 3D, and I felt like that guy, Thorin's cousin, with the one that was riding the big hog thing. Uh, he definitely looked like a video game character. He didn't even look real, so that's fine. Take it away, Obi.
I can't.
You can't.
Mm-mm. Um. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm actually trying to get stuff up for. I'm trying to do two things at once. Um.
Nice.
Now we're gonna talk a little bit about. Of course, we do talk about Blizzard. Um. And what we do want to talk about, you guys know, we both play WoW. We both play some Hearthstone. We both, um, we're trying to play other games, of course, like Heroes of the Storm and stuff like that with Yogi, and even, of course, eventually Overwatch, which is going to be awesome.
Oh man,
Um,
I cried at that trailer so hard. Every time I watch it, I cry.
right now, PvP guys. We've been talking about like for the last couple weeks, and in the last week we really didn't talk about much. We talked about some other stuff, but PvP. We've been talking about Garrison and the PvE aspect of it, player versus environment aspect of World of Warcraft. But we're going to talk about a little bit about the player versus player aspect of it. Now we've said in the past about what are some good comps with a resto druid. Do you want a melee and a range? Do you want two range? Do you want a cleave comp to where that's two melees? Like a warrior and maybe like a warrior DK or a rogue DK, which is really good. But it's, what do you want? So the question today is going to be what are good comps, and what we're going to talk about today, what are good comps with a boomkin druid? Now,
That's a no-brainer. I'd have to the best Boomkin comp right now is by far LSD 2.0. It is just the
and
raw
for those that
damage.
don't know
Oh,
letters,
sorry.
tell
Yeah,
them
my bad.
LSD is
An
a
Affliction Warlock, a Balanced Druid, the Boomkin, and a Resto Shaman. So pretty much what happens is rots the crap out of the team. The control of the team is also insane. With the spammable fears and the cyclones and the casting,
Hmm.
the cast interrupts. That's pretty big. Versus Shaman pretty much sits in the back of the map all game, not even pushed up, and pretty much the DPS can keep themselves alive through pretty much anything. The only thing that I know will beat an LSD 2.0 is by far it's probably
Smoke bomb
TSG
cleave.
or Smoke Bomb Cleave. Yeah, like my favorite. TSG is it's called the Super Gawa or something. I think it's Super something. And what it is, it's pretty much a Holy Pally, a Arms Warrior, and a DK. It's just known for its insane melee burst. Kills stuff in openers and doesn't really care. Yep. And then I really don't know what other comps would be really good with balanced druids. I know Ellie balance is good. That's an Ellie shaman balanced druid,
I'll
and
never do
probably
it.
holy.
Not enough
No,
damage.
yeah, Ellie shamans are really lacking right now. That's the one negative I think of Ellie's right now. They got nerfed to the ground since they were so flavor of the month last season. So, and then I have to say maybe DK Boomy or Dancing with the Stars is pretty good. That's balanced druid, combat or subtlety rogue, and probably a resto shaman as well. See, resto shamans are usually balanced druid healers. Yep. And then so yeah. And then we're gonna move on. We got a PvP with resto druid comps. See, I play the resto druid. I'm going for my glad title this season, and hopefully, most positive I'm gonna
Okay.
get it. Could hope so.
Um.
You say?
Well, yeah, we're not gonna go quite yet to the tree. I was finishing something up.
Okay.
During the
Okay.
show when you're talking, I try to like put the summary together so I can put this straight.
Ah,
Like as soon as the show's done, I start uploading it to YouTube, so
I
I get
gotcha.
done with it. Because I have a problem with uploading episodes. So, um,
uh,
Boomkin guys. Now there are several things like he said. Boomkin's really strong right now, along with other classes. Now there are a lot of things that you guys can do if you do play Boomkin. Now if you don't play Boomkin, you play Kitty. There's even better, especially if you're a cat, you're melee, and then you can get into some of the cleave specs, or some of the cleave teams, and one being and this is just something that I've seen that works with a feral druid rogue disc priest.
hmm.
Um,
I'd have to say the best of kitty comps right now are Kitty Cleave, which is Arms Warrior, Feral Druid, and then any healer pretty much, and
mhm.
then Jungle Cleave. Jungle Cleave is insane, or even Ret Feral. Ret Feral is really good. So Ret Tradition Paladin, Feral Druid.
Um,
Uh,
but boomkins now, guys, boomkins, of course, they're just like any range. You got to sit there to cast. But the thing for boomkins is if you take damage, this is something that people don't realize, or they do realize it and then they don't do enough pressure on the boomkin. Now, if you do too much pressure on a boomkin, a boomkin can take, and this is something we'll get into, and I'll actually put a video about what I'm using and what class or what spec we're using. We'll actually put a video out for you guys on Geeky Antics. But like the number one is basically you take Ursa's Gift. Ursa's Gift for a boomkin now is 4% of your total health every 4 seconds, and then basically they proc and gives you a shield when you get below 25%. So like the Ursa's Gift can save you in more times than not, to where if you do it right and you switch to bear form, maybe even hit your what did I say, 4%? Yeah, 4% every 5 seconds. I said
yep.
4 seconds, but for 5 seconds. But if you can hit your bear form and your rejuve, not your rejuve, but your regeneration just right, to where when you are getting in trouble, you can actually, I mean, that Ursa's Gift helps you. There's quite a bit more to where, so as much damage as the boomkin's taken, it procs those procs. It procs the shields. It procs of course, the gift procs every couple seconds, and then you get more damage, like for a two-piece set bonus in PvP gear. When
Oh,
somebody
really?
dispels, for me, when somebody dispels or they get out of a route from damage, I get an extra Star Surge proc. The
Really?
one that procs and crits for 60k. Yeah, I get one of those. So like, if you guys know, a Boomkin has 3 procs for Star Surge and Starfall. Starfall and Star Surge are on the same global cooldown, which kind of sucks, but you hit a Starfall and then 2 Star Surges, that guy is at least 30%, if not more, dead. So
Huh.
we can burst really, really. You'll see it when we do some 2s. Yeah, it's really wicked. And then basically, but that's one of the couple reasons why Boomkins are so very strong right now,
Yeah.
is because of the insane burst, and for the fact that they start off with 3 for Starfall and Star Surge. But if you get 2 people that gets out of the roots from damage, I just got 2 more procs to Star Surge, so I can
Yeah.
use 2 real quick and then have 3 still. So
Trying
it's
to.
like very nice,
It is very nice.
but it doesn't go over 3. Like, I can't stack up 5.
Yeah, you can only have 3
If I
charges.
have 3 still, I lose it.
Hmm.
So it's like you have to use one right at the beginning. Usually I use a Starfall at the beginning, because what that Starfall is going to do, as soon as you root somebody, the Starfall is going to hit them and unroot them, and then you get an extra proc.
Hmm. That may need to be exploited more often.
Oh, I do.
It's
Oh, I do.
pretty cool, actually.
It's very nice.
That's
Um,
actually pretty sweet. I didn't even think of that. Of course, I'm
Now,
not a boomy, so.
a lot of the comps that people do go with for Boomkins, since Boomkins they're not squishy by any means, but they're not like beefy to where you can beat on them for a while like a warrior or a DK and nothing happen. But they're not as squishy as a lock or a mage per se.
Hmm.
Well, a mage is actually really good, but so I mean, you just gotta know if you can handle a Boomkin. You can CC the Boomkin as much as possible, and if you make sure that and this is going against a Boomkin, I'm sorry. Make sure you stay out of line of sight, especially if you see that he's getting ready to ramp up. A lot of Boomkins will do it. They'll start a Star Surge, and then fake you, do a Wrath, and then an instant 1 or 2 Starfires or Star Surge. Yes, they'll fake a
It's fake the Starfire, cast the Wrath, and then 2 Star Surges.
yes, and then they'll put about 100,000 damage on you. But
Right.
if you can just make sure you're out of line of sight, line of sight Boomkins is what you need to do to destroy that.
Right.
Because really, a Boomkin's going to take Displacer Beast, because nothing else helps in PvP. So if he's going to blow his Displacer Beast, that's still a 50-second cooldown that he has to wait. So the more you run around that pillar, the more you line of sight that Boomkin, the better off you're going to be. Because if he starts connecting with you and stunning you, and if it's a Boomkin, I have a buddy that, and yes, Starfire does give you a card draw too. Uh, he's talking about Hearthstone.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
And the comp right now, we're gonna making videos. On my twos comp, my twos partner is a brewmaster monk. So
Scumbag.
yeah, Boomkin,
Scum.
guys, I do have some videos coming out. Like I said, videos are gonna be coming out January 1st, or the first
Is
week of
that the
January.
is that the
So,
tipsy chicken cleave?
mhm,
The tipsy chicken cleave?
yep.
Not
Uh,
Mr. Iraz.
we're gonna, yeah, exactly, the ones you showed me, dude.
Oh, was it? Oh, crap.
Yeah. So you guys check that out, and more than likely, I'm gonna be doing a threes comp with that same brewmaster. So, and we're gonna probably get, he wants a priest, but I'd rather have I, yeah, I really want a
Everybody wants a
shaman, but
priest.
shamans, I don't know if they're good at healing right now.
Yeah, I
Or
dig them.
he wants a druid, so we run druid monk, but I just don't think that'll work. I really don't.
I would have to say go shaman because even though the survivability is poor of the shaman when getting trained
Buffs.
like that, the guards, the healing, and the peels that can come out of a brewmaster balance druid is insane. Plus, you're gonna have damage pressure all over the place. Pfft. If you guys know what you're doing, he'll never get touched.
Why do you think I have 15% haste?
Exactly. It's good.
Because
It's
my
good stuff.
dots do extra damage. Because they're
Exactly.
extra dots.
Right.
But now we have a few more things, and we're slowly winding down with the show. You guys see that today's show is just kind of nonchalant. We're just kind of chilling, having some fun.
Yep.
It's because we were both so busy this week that neither of us did anything with show notes. So,
Pretty much.
yeah. So, we are getting that. We're getting everything started, and we're gonna be better on it. But, a couple more things now. RBGs, rated battlegrounds. There are several people saying that you need to do RBGs just because it's 200 conquest. Are they worth it? Goalie?
The 200 conquest.
The RBGs having to, and this is what I'm talking
Oh.
about. Do you either, and it's basically a two or three parter question.
Okay.
Question one is, if you're gonna do RBGs, is that 200 conquest worth it? Okay.
Well, you don't really do them for the conquest. You do them for the the first 3 wins of any week of the week. You get a chance at getting a piece of epic gear, and it's always to your
Okay. Well, there you go. There's another thing with it. Is that worth it to take that time? Do you go in and solo queue? Do you go in and try to find a group? What
Well,
do you
you
try
can't
to do?
for RBGs, rated battlegrounds. You can't actually solo queue. You have to find a
Well, you can go
a group.
low, like YOLO queue is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah,
It's
you can
just
do that.
get a Neo group that wants to come on and no voice, no nothing. Just go do it.
Oh God, I just did
A
that.
YOLO group.
The first RBG of the season. I did it actually on Tuesday this past week. My first win. I got a piece of gear and then I left. We won. We won surprisingly. We were YOLO group, no voice, no nothing. We just went ahead and did it. And the first game we won, and I got the piece. I got really lucky because some people don't get any pieces. Some people get one. Lee Lou Cosia says hi. How are you today? Welcome to the podcast. How are you? Welcome to the Sunday
That's
Dose.
one of my first mods that I ever acquired on my channel.
Is it really?
Yes, she is.
I didn't know that.
Lucasa is her name.
Lucasa. Oh, that actually makes sense. Hello, Wendell for person.
Yes, that's one of my
Hello.
mods actually. And Lou, guess what? I'm back playing WoW. 1. 2, I'm gonna start streaming again. 3, we're gonna open the guild back up.
The guild.
Mm. PvP nerds.
Of course, the PvP is back. It was never actually gone to begin with, so we're just bringing it to a whole new level. That's pretty awesome. Yep. So that's pretty much the
Okay.
Boomkin comps.
Now with RBGs, okay. What other benefits do you get as with RBGs? You get
Well, you get camaraderie, obviously, and the biggest thing I think is even though you do get your 200 conquests from it, you can't exceed your cap. The best things to do RBGs is to get high rated on them, so you can increase your conquest cap per week, and you pretty much do them to get your epics and kind of just get geared faster than the other people. That's really the only reason why you do them. I mean, same thing goes with twos. Twos I hate. Everybody hates them. Nobody likes them.
just
I
for
don't
gear,
want to do them.
just for comp.
Just for gear, yeah. To be honest, I do threes for getting gear now because I couldn't care less about twos. And
Yeah,
fives, I
problem
mean,
is I can't do threes with you, man.
not yet. I'm
Because you're
trying
like
to make.
you're like 2200 something.
Yeah, I'm
Aren't you?
trying
Aren't you
to.
over 2200 already?
Not yet. I dipped down actually,
Uh,
unfortunately.
I saw
So
some.
I've
I
been
saw
at like
somebody that's already 3K.
3K, really. Oh, I'm gonna check the ladders right now because I think the highest person right now is 2600.
Unless he
It's
just
been
lost slaughter, he was lying through his teeth.
Uh, yeah, he was lying because 2735 is the highest on the Vanguards. And then look at this: the first 3 people are 2700, and then it dips down to 25. So they're the only people even close. And I'll even go to on EU to check because I was gonna say because I've been
Maybe he
monitoring it
was
to see.
EU. They were 2900. Or
29?
no,
I'm gonna
wait,
check right now.
no. Okay, no. He was saying last year he got to 3K,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
he's
that's
up,
different.
and he was like, okay, yeah, because they were all asking. And another thing too, guys, when you actually get a certain rating in twos, threes, RBGs, whatever, you get bonus conquest as well. So
Yes.
you start out with 1500. My cap, dude, haven't won anything, dude, and my cap's like 2200. Just
Really?
to let you know.
Huh. Okay.
My
That
cap,
means
my
you get.
cap minus the Ashran one.
Yeah.
Because your last 200 is from like Ashran.
Yes.
My cap minus Ashran is 2290.
Huh. Did you
So
cap every week so far?
I have never capped yet.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Because I know my cap this week was 26 something, 27. That's only because I have rating though. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but
all we're doing right now is facing all the rank one
50,
gladiators that are playing the crappy comps. So
right. Well, guys, the basically what's happening now, and this is something that they started. I think it was last PvP season, but you started it when you start doing your RBGs, um, your when you get your rating for your twos, threes, fives, whatever, and if you get once you get over 15, it's really weird number. It's like 1590, isn't it? Or
it's
1560 or
I think it's 1550. I think is when
1550.
you
Once you
start
get
to.
over that cap, you get a bonus in conquest. Then
Right.
once you get to the next bonus, which is 2K, you get another bonus. Then 2200, then 2400.
Well,
So
actually, what happens
or
is it actually,
25.
yeah, it scales actually with how much rating you have.
Mhm.
So, say if you're 1562, you might get like one extra conquest point that you can get. It's pretty crappy. But because I know that I'm going to be getting my weapon like faster than like 80% of the PvP community right now, because I'm not as fast as obviously people have 2700 rating, but I'm the second group that'll get it this season because I'm not rank one yet. I haven't even I haven't had a chance to queue in like what, a week and a half now.
Salute. It's rum and dairy, dude. Rumcha.
Oh, is it really? Oh my, I've never tried that. I think I might have to try that. I mean, when I turn 21, of course. Wink, wink, wink. Get some winks in there so everybody knows.
Oh,
But how you doing over there, Obi?
you don't want to know.
You look happy. We'll leave it at that. You look quite pleasant, sir.
Hey, it works.
It works.
Rumcha is she puts 60% of a glass of milk and heat it up to its boiling hot. Mix in the gourmet French vanilla hot chocolate. Add Fireball whiskey and Rumcha mix, and then in eggnog is almost add in eggnog to almost the rim for flavor texture. Cool it down to warm but not hot. Then whipped cream the top, crushed Oreos, and you have a rumcha.
That sounds amazing. I like the crushed Oreos and whipped cream. That sounds amazing. Uh, yeah, that just sounds like something that I would really enjoy. Because yeah, we all know that I don't drink the beer. I drink the hard stuff. Unfortunately, I can't drink it, man. I've been told it's an acquired taste, but I can't handle it. All right, beer. I can't just drink them. It's a chugging thing. I can't just handle it. If I'm gonna drink a beer, I'm going to swallow the whole thing in the can,
So she
or not
said,
drink it at all, or just not drink it at all, which is usually what happens.
"Did you take notes from her the other day?"
Huh? I take notes from her.
Just swallowing the whole thing.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend, man, she gives me some good tips. We're just gonna stop. We're gonna
Yeah.
leave
All
it. We're
right.
gonna leave it
Now
with
the
that. All
last
right.
thing that
No,
we want to
what was
talk
what
about.
was we had the wait? We had something about the whole doing it with your friends. Remember that?
Mm-mm. Last thing about World of Warcraft is now we've come down to we talk about twos, threes, RBGs. They all have their yeses and nos.
Yes.
Now, the one thing that I do want to know, and this is I haven't seen very many people, and even the ladders don't have very many teams on it.
Yeah.
5v5. Is 5v5 worth it at all?
If you know four really good people, I have to say 5v5 arenas are one of the easiest ways to get Gladiator because nobody does them. Nobody cares, and people are kind of just whatever about them. They don't really get serious until you start passing 2200. I had what, 2K rating in last season on them, and it was just like I didn't care. I was doing them because my friends thought they were fun. And I mean, we would just get off reses all the time. We just resurrect our friends and just keep going. And that's pretty much that. I mean, I don't know. I don't really enjoy fives. It seems just too much clutter and healing is kind of all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, but it's all up to preference. I mean, a lot of people like fives, some people like twos, some people don't like threes, and I think you guys are insane. But hey, it's just I think it's mostly preference. If I had a choice to do fives or threes or twos, I would pick threes.
What about
And
fives or twos?
fives or twos, I'd pick fives.
Twos.
You'd pick twos?
I'm damaged, dude.
Yeah, okay, I guess so. But like, I guess because it makes it more interesting when you have five people in a call and you guys are just like nobody cares. Twos, I feel myself getting depressed slowly, and as we hit 70% dampening, it just makes me want to cry. Like, oh, I spent 15, 7, almost 20 minutes of my life in this one game.
That's why threes are the most common because people can, like a healer, can go in and get like you. You're a world class druid healer, and take this with however you want to, but
Brain assault.
with no, you are you're
Oh,
you're a world class druid healing.
thanks. Thank
But
you.
I mean, you get somebody like you that wants to have the DPS, and then you get people like that rogue and that paladin the other day
Yep.
that just sucked it up.
Uh,
It's whatever
The
works too.
Rogue and the Lock, man. Remember when I first started playing with? Oh
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the ones I told
god.
you not to play with anymore.
And you see how many times they've been on my stream? This many times. This many.
Because they were hindering you from talking to your chat, dude.
Yeah. And
Like,
it was just
really?
like, yeah. And plus they were being like, they're pointing fingers and be like, oh, it was all his fault. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, it
blah.
doesn't matter.
Like, all right, I don't need people like that. I need people that want to get better and aren't ready to accuse others of mistakes. And we know what happened. Okay, I botted it. You can easily go check it out on my channel at goaliemanforthewin. Not.com. Jeez, twitch.tv for us. Goalieman. If you want to see those idiots, I'll probably highlight it, and you guys can have fun. But like, I don't know. I don't need teammates that. I mean, I want to go to BlizzCon. That's my goal. I don't need people that are gonna accuse others and make mistakes. If we made a mistake, admit it, and then we can fix it, or we
Lou,
can learn.
go ahead.
Huh?
We can learn what?
We can like just get better together.
Mhm.
Like that's my whole thing. All right. I know that like Gladiator is hard to get, and I know that, and a lot of people don't have the the resources to get it. Like just if we work together, we can do it. It's fine. Just be willing to
Right.
learn, be open to suggestion, just like I am. I always admit things that I'm bad at. That's what I tell all my partners. Just be open to suggestion. If I'm doing something wrong, you can tell me. Don't yell at me. Just tell me.
Mm-hmm.
If I see something you're doing wrong, I'll tell you. Just gotta be open-minded and just don't think you're the best all the time.
Lou says in chat, Lucasa says, I made a monk and probably did less damage through that character's entire lifespan than any DPS player does in a week.
Man, it's
But
hard though.
monks, dude, I
Monks got
don't.
nerfed.
Brewmaster monks do the most. Are some of the top DPS in a group. Plus they tank. Plus they're some of the top DPS and stun artists in PvP. Don't give up on your monk, please.
Don't give up on. Yeah, monks are good.
They're gonna nerf them, but they're not gonna nerf them that bad
Yeah,
because
actually,
nobody's
don't.
getting hard nerfs.
Yeah, what was it? Mistweavers just got viable again. They were pretty crappy, and all of a
They
sudden
just got a
they
buff. They
actually.
got damage buff.
Yeah. Well, the Mistweavers, the healer monks, are looking a little bit better
Or they.
finally.
Your Brewmaster. Yeah, my
The
bad.
Windwalker is the damage one.
Yeah,
It's all confusing.
it is to me.
Imagine how I feel. All right, I don't know pretty much. I think 99.9% of the abilities I am aware of what they do and their cooldown and
Mhm.
their name. That's difficult. I probably don't know a few of them. Like what is it? I don't know. There's a few I'm not really fully aware with, but I'm pretty good with all those cooldowns and stuff.
Right.
I'm a little
Be
surprised Blizzard never put a MOBA style PvP mode for WoW. Actually, they just did. It's called Heroes of the Storm.
and
Right.
Overwatch.
And Overwatch, yeah,
Hmm.
they all did that now, which makes me sad. And yes, they are
Yes,
fixing
they
Mistweaver
fixed your Mistweaver.
finally,
Mistweavers
right?
are back fixed where they can actually they're relevant in healing again.
Yeah, they can actually maybe throw some heals. instead of being trained to the ground. Ever
Now,
since they lost that dematerialize ability,
yeah.
they kind of just got pooped on. Because like what happens is when you stun you back in mop, if you stunned a monk, you couldn't hit him with anything for like 4 seconds or two. I think it was 2 seconds, and that really made monks not a very viable target to go for. So once they got rid of that, it was just like, oh, you want to get pooped on, monks? And then they didn't really heal a lot, so people just obliterated the Mistweavers. That's pretty much it. People never want to PvP with me. Aw, I'm sorry.
Well, we will.
I'll
Are you
PvP with
still?
you.
If you're still ally, we're getting our horde tunes up right now, and then I'm gonna go start leveling. We're gonna bring open PvP nerds back up on Dark Spear.
Yes.
So,
Yep.
um,
And I will be
Obi1X, the Paladin, Obi Trice, my Hunter, and Sneaky. We're all gonna be getting in the mix. Sneaky's my
nice.
rogue.
Nice. And I will be leveling with you, hopefully. Be
Mhm.
leveling with you, my new Resto Druid on the Alliance. So we're getting shit going. We're gonna
Oh.
be all good.
But for the last, we got about 5-10 minutes left of the show, guys. So we're just gonna kind of give you a rundown of what we're doing. I know this is not the last week of the year, so we're not gonna, we might say it again next week. But of a little bit of what we're doing over the next few weeks to get ready for 2015. Now, as streamers, as people that want to make money in this industry, we have to be ready for what we want to. I'm gonna let Goalie go first, just because he's got his all written out like nice and pretty, right?
Oh, you like it?
Mhm.
All right, guys. I have recently, I think, was it this past week, I had to refrain from streaming a little bit. A lot of family stuff and a lot of hockey stuff is going on for me right now. So, date is official. I stream every day at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, starting effective January 2nd. January 1st is the my anniversary with my girlfriend of 3 years. So can't have anything on that day that needs to be special. It's January 2nd is the official day where I go back to my regiment, or I go every day. I used to go every day for about, I think about what, 2.5 weeks ish,
I'm right.
and then yeah, so it was a little short stint, and then so I actually had to change it, and then so a lot of family stuff, a lot of drama happened, and now the holidays are upon us, so I had to put it a little bit on the back burner, make sure I take care of my family and my career, and then I can move forward with streaming like I like to do. Love
Hi,
it. I love it,
Fifi.
man.
Fifi showed up. My wife.
Fifi, Fifi, how are you?
Beef. But basically, what's gonna happen? You guys know that on January 2nd, we're looking for Goalie Man for the win. You guys can right up there in the top right hand corner. You guys can see the Twitch channels. Now, the why is his up there? Doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Anyway, you guys can see the Twitch channels with myself and Goalie Man. There was going to be a special guest today. That's why he was up there. Uh, that was Yogi's surprise. But for me, what I'm going to be doing, guys, we did get the upgrades. Thanks to, and everybody give some hype for Fifi.
Fifi.
Yeah, slash hype. Seriously.
Yes.
But we got the computer, the upgrades. We got the motherboard and processor, and then the new cooling system, and all thanks to Fifi. So we're gonna be streaming, and we're gonna be doing some test streams over the next week in the morning time, and then we're gonna be playing some like WoW at night, and we'll be streaming at night too. So guys, check that out. If you guys were a part of my channel, please come back and follow so you guys know when I go live. And we're gonna really do it up. So we're gonna do some PvP, of course. And for me, guys, with my stream, I really don't know exactly what I want to stream yet. I really want to stream WoW, and I want to see us go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna say we're gonna stream Steam games of all sort.
Nice. You have to stream with me, by the way. We're gonna be doing
So
some
we're
PvP. So
gonna be doing I gotta do some PvP, but CS:GO is gonna be one of the main games I'm gonna play. If you guys do have it, jump on there with me.
I actually might get that.
I'm gonna do some
to own
giveaways,
you.
some skin give. I doubt it, but some skin giveaways. For some cool AKs, some school some one-shot snipers, some pistol skins and stuff like that. I got a whole bunch set up already, so hopefully we can have some good times starting January. And it's gonna be, like I said, test streams until the 1st, and then I believe I want to spend New Year's Day with my wife, just because, why not?
I'm doing it. You do it.
And
You're
then
married.
the second, yeah. Well,
I
that's
assume.
why you don't do it, is because you're married. No, just fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the second is going to be on Friday. So what we're going to do is Friday, I'm going to start in the morning, and then Saturday. Sorry guys, but Saturdays are my day off for everything. Because if you guys are married, you guys got girlfriends or whatever, happy wife, happy life.
Yep, that's a saying I
It's
know
some
too
serious
well.
shit, guys. Okay, so Saturdays are my day off. Then we're gonna be Sundays. We have both talk shows that we do. Let's hope so. um, Sundays is with, of course, my dad does a talk show. And then, of course, we have Sunday Dose at night. And then starting Monday morning, I have my son during the day. But I was thinking about doing some stuff with, like, me and my son. We're going to stream and maybe play some cool, little
Oh,
Steam games and have
nice.
some fun with him.
Is it a
Um,
little Obi-Wan? Is it little Obi-Wan?
no, you've never met my
Oh,
son?
Obi-Wan?
You've never met my son, Goalie?
No, I've never met your son.
Yeah,
That needs to
he'll
change.
get on here and go, "Hi, Goalie."
Oh
Um,
god, and I'll cry. It'd be so cute. Does he have a beard yet? He has to have a beard.
he's 3. Um, but
Shit.
yeah, that's Mama's Day. So, and then of course we're just gonna go like we are. What my goal is for 2015, so you guys have a little bit of idea what I want to accomplish, is I want to achieve the 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which we will, and I want to get a sub button. So the goal for 2015 for Obionex2 and Goalie Win is to get our sub buttons. So you guys
Yes. Big time.
share it all around the world when we go live, guys. We really love doing what we do. But for us and the Sunday Dose, it's about that time. I'm very, very sorry, guys, that we have to shut it down.
We love
We don't
you.
have to, but my eye is starting to burn again. So yeah, I don't know what it is,
The whole
but
contact situation, you know.
now we
Wink,
did drop a few subscribers
wink.
on
Wait.
YouTube.
Wait a minute.
Now, I'm not gonna say how many, but we are still growing, guys, and that's awesome. I really thank you from the bottom of my heart, from the Sunday Dose, as well as being a co-host on Horseplay Live. It really means a lot to us, guys. For everybody that does these shows, the talk shows, streaming. I mean, we got a dedicated stream team. If you guys want to see any of that, see anybody who's on what the streams are, you guys can go to geekyantics.net and find out everything. And just go ahead and register, be a part of the community. We really love
Yeah.
to have you.
Join us.
Yeah,
Join
exactly.
us.
Join us. Yes. Big shout outs.
Drink the fruit punch. Drink the fruit punch.
Yeah, yeah. Big shout outs, of course, to our shows on Geeky Antics that we have. Gaming Death Podcast, which is Thursday nights at 9 p.m. That's right before Horseplay Live on Thursday nights at 11 p.m. Fridays, we have the UK Rebels cast. It's a Star Wars Rebels cast, and they're from the UK. Unfortunately, they're not going to be going again until probably the first week of January, and which is okay. It's okay. It's not a big deal. And then we have, of course, on Saturdays. Oh, and Friday night is also Yogizilla. Wow, I got the hiccups. Yogizilla also does a Retro Friday night, to where he gets on and plays some retro games with Geeky Antics and crew and followers. Saturday night, Saturday during the day is Timey Wimey Tea Time at 12 o'clock noon. You guys check that out. It's all about some Doctor Who and some Timey Wimey talking. You guys want some tea and biscuits? Go have your fill at Timey Wimey Tea Time at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. So Sunday, shut up. Sunday mornings, nothing as of right now. And then, of course, 2 p.m. in Apostolic Outlook with Reverend Ted Tarr. And, of course, right back here, Sunday nights with the Sunday Dose. So we have a full lineup, guys. If you guys want to know when any show is, you guys can go look at that as well at geekyantics.net/schedule. And you guys can check out anything you guys want to with that. If you guys did miss any of the shows ever, you guys can also go to, of course, you guys can see highlights right here on twitch.tv/geekantics, and you guys can check out the full live video on youtube.com/geekantics as well.
I think you can take a breath now.
So, last thing but not least, before I let Goalie shout all his stuff out before we get out of here, you guys can send us an email and or voicemail if you guys like. The voicemail hotline 206-415-4987. You guys can send us an email if you guys really don't want to hear your voice. That's fine. If you guys don't want us to play it on the show, we don't have to. It's not a big deal. But if you want to mail us, it's mail@geekantics.net. But yes, thank you very much for everything you guys do. All the faves, comments, subscribe, shares, everything you guys do. We really appreciate it. You guys all rock.
We really do.
You guys are so fucking
the best.
Cool. So, Goalie, where can everybody find you at again?
Find me at www.twitch.tv/Goaliemanftw for the win, obviously. So that you can find me. New schedule is starting up again, like I'll say again. January 2nd, 1:30 Eastern PM, of course. So yeah, just want to give a big shout out to Obi-Wan. Thank you for having me, man. I love doing this. It's actually pretty fun.
I'm getting the extra oxygen from my beard.
Yeah, right. You know, it was fun, man. I first started on here as a random surprise guest, like, oh, want to come do this? And then I did it, and then I'm sticking around. So
good.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
But of course, last thing but not least, guys, you guys can tweet us throughout the week. It doesn't have to be on Sundays. It could be all week long. At Obionex2, at Goalieman for the win. But other than that, guys, this has been the Sunday Dose. Great episode. We had fun. And a really funny thing is we said, like Merry, like Christmas type thing, and we didn't talk a little bit about Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
Christmas is fun, but
Merry Christmas, though.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays.
From yours. Happy. Never mind. I'm starting the music. We'll see you guys next week.
See you later, guys.
Peace, guys. Say bye, Goalie.
Bye.
She'll say bye, Goalie.
Oh, bye, goalie.